Hey everyone, Louie here. Thank you for clicking on this van tour. This is a tour of my mom, Beck's 2014 Low Top ProMaster. I just want to say that if you are like my mom and me, we feel sometimes that van life can seem really unobtainable on the internet, especially when you're seeing tons of fancy vans everywhere. I just want to say that this tour is by no means saying that you need to have a fancy van with all the fancy pieces in order to start living this lifestyle. I just want to encourage people to start doing what they can with what they have in order to get out on the road. Because the point of this lifestyle is to get out and explore, to be free from societal norms, and to find out what's important to you in life. So with that being said, let's go check out my mom's awesome low budget van build. I just think it is so simple and cozy, and most importantly, it gets my mom out on the open road.
Hi everyone, welcome to Maribel. I'm really thrilled with the work that I've done in Maribel because I did it all by myself. I'm a real foodie, so I really wanted to have plenty space to cook, plenty space for a van, that is. And so I really wanted to go with a larger kitchen cabinet. I got this at Home Depot pre-made, and so it was super easy install. I painted it, I tiled the top, and installed the sink and the faucet and the soap dispenser myself. You'll see that the sink is pretty deep. I wanted to really have a deeper sink so I could wash my hair, and doing dishes is easier and things like that. And then I also have a faucet that extends, which helps with just cleaning up the sink and doing dishes. So, and then under the sink, I'm just going to show you very quickly because it's kind of still a little chaotic. I've got my fridge, Dometic fridge, and there's some pots and pans back there, my trash can, and very importantly, my fire extinguisher. In this cabinet, which is also a pre-built cabinet, I have all of my clothing. They fit in both the top and pull-out drawer or cabinet, and I tiled and painted this one as well. And then, very importantly, this is a very important part of this van, is this cabinet, which I did build myself, and I covered this pillow and everything. So this is my compostable toilet. I haven't named her yet, but this is super handy for middle of the night, early mornings, things like that. Especially now that we're in the middle of, dealing with COVID and stuff like that. So I initially put in this wall because I wanted to have it feel more cozy and things like that, but I'm getting to the point where I really would like to have more open space. So I've ordered some front window covers, and I'm going to be removing this wall and getting a swivel extender, or whatever you call that, for the front, so that I can then have a table here and have a meal with another person. So that'll make it more convenient and just open it up quite a bit. This cabinet here is my pantry. I did build this by hand. It just houses all of my food and spices and toiletries and things like that, and some office stuff down at the bottom. Super simple and convenient, and I've got lights here. I don't know if you can see them during the day, but that's really helpful when trying to find something, because it gets kind of dark back there. And then here's my bed. It is a little smaller than a full-size bed. It's a foam mattress that I cut down, and I actually don't really remember the exact. I think it's like 6 feet by, I don't know, 4 feet, 4.5 feet, something like that. It's big enough for both Lady and I, so that's what counts. And then I've got a couple shelves above the bed that come in super handy for my journal and any other kind of decorative stuff. And then on the other side of the bed, near the head, like sort of the headboard area, I have 2 shelves that have, I put my cell phone, put my glasses at night, and those kinds of things that a nightstand would have. And then there's the fan here. This is a Max fan, which I love. I have my handy dandy remote control, which really only comes in handy when you're in the kitchen, but you don't really need it when you're on the bed. So that's wonderful on a warm day or when you need ventilation for cooking or when the heat's on or something like that. Now we're in the front cab of Maribel, here with Lady, who is my wonderful travel companion. She has a comfy spot here that she seems to really enjoy. It's a little bit warm. The sun's coming in right now, but she lays down and sleeps while we're driving, you know, for many hours and things like that. So the wheelbase on this is 118 wheelbase. It's a 2014 Ram ProMaster 1500. I get on average 19 miles per hour on the highway, and which is not really bad. And now we're in the south, so we're getting really good prices on gas. And this is a new addition, this pink fluffy steering wheel cover. I love it. On a cold day, it's really nice to hold on to when I'm driving. And then I've got my phone holder, and you know, little things like that make a difference. And I've got a Bluetooth now. And this is CB radio I have. Both Louie and I have CB radios so that we can talk to each other when we're on the road. It's very convenient. And this is the, I guess you could call, garage area of Maribel. I have 3 different compartments under here, and I've got this. I decided to hang a curtain because every time I open the back doors, I don't want people to see what I have in here, and it just kind of makes it more streamlined. So I'm going to show you this side first. As you can see, it is full of items. I've got a couple bins in there and our camp shower and things like that, so it's just nice having that. One day I'm hoping to get rid of more things so that I will have more empty space. I just don't need to have every crevice filled with items. In the middle here I have a 30-gallon water tank that is really wonderful. And as you can see, I've got the hose there to fill it, and I do have a filter that I use when I'm filling. And I haven't really had any problems finding water on the road, which has been great. We use iOverlander, and it really has great suggestions on where to get water, so that comes in handy. I've been keeping this 6-gallon water jug back here filled with water because we've been in a lot of cloudy weather, and when I don't have enough solar power, if I don't have any power, I can't pump water. So we need some way to have water. So this comes in handy in those instances. And then in this third section is where I have 2 batteries, 2 AGM batteries, 200 amp hours each. As you can see, I also have a ground cover stored on here. I'm hoping to one day be able to move this somewhere else. But in the back, I have tools and things like that. But back to the batteries. I have 2 panels on top of my van. They're 180 watt panels. So I have 360 watts of solar power coming in. And that's about it. I mean, I can definitely say I need to straighten up my wires, so you guys don't need to say that. I do know. And that is a work in progress. I've lived in Maribel for a year now, actually. That has gone by really quickly. I did live in a minivan, Coco, that Louie has for about 2 months before moving into Maribel. I got into van life. It was actually a process for me. I started out kind of really being interested in minimalism and like living in smaller, more simple spaces. And then I was initially really interested in tiny homes, and then I found van life on YouTube and I became obsessed. So I was originally going to get a bus, but then I decided to get a van instead. Actually, Louie suggested that I start out small, which I really appreciate. So I want to live in a van because it brings me freedom. I don't have the I'm not like kept in a city, you know, I don't have to stay in one place. I don't have to pay rent. I mean, there are so many positives about this lifestyle that I could go on and on, but I'd say the main things really are the freedom, financial freedom, and the freedom to travel. Some of the experiences that I've enjoyed in the van are visiting national parks. We went to, over the summer, I'd say maybe 5 or 6 national parks. I'd say my favorite experience in the van though has been visiting Glacier National Park. That was just such an astoundingly beautiful place, and was one of my, it wasn't the first national park that we went to, but it was one of the first national parks that really felt like a national park to me. So I would say it was Glacier National Park. My budget for the van, I have to say I didn't really set a budget for the van. I just wanted to keep it as low as possible. So buying the cabinets pre-made really helped a lot, because I didn't have to do things over again, or, you know, remeasure and things like that. And I kind of knew that, so that's why I wanted to go with pre-made cabinets. I spent under $10,000 on this. It was, I'd say, probably about $8,500 on it. What I've learned building out this van by myself is that I'm capable. I am capable of doing anything, really. You know, I never thought that I'd be able to build my own home, and I have. Some of my plans for living this lifestyle in the future are traveling the South. We're currently in the southern United States, and we're going to be heading southeast. I'm hoping to do a lot of travel like through Canada once the borders start opening, and just really exploring every nook and cranny of this country. Thank you for joining me for a tour of Maribel, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments and we will do our best to answer them. Thank you.